What's going on, y'all? So I'm here at One Take Studios today, getting set up for this kind of one take session video I'm doing for a local artist. And I just figured what better way in time than to give you guys an update on this studio and give you a little insight into the financials and how we're doing, because I made a previous YouTube video where I talked about my failing studio. And albeit it wasn't failing, it wasn't performing the way I wanted it to perform, but now we're cooking on all cylinders. And so today I'm gonna give you guys a little update on my new film studio. So I'm in the podcast studio right now, and actually since the last time I made that update video, I've made and updated a couple new sets. Right behind me, there's this new kind of retro office cubicle set that I built. There was just some open space here in the podcast room and I wanted to create another set, and I actually had a music video I was doing for Mark Battles where we needed kind of this workplace set. So rather than trying to find an office or a workspace at some other building or studio, I just built the set in here. I think in total it cost me around $1,000 to build, maybe less, just finding all of the items and props off of, Offra, Facebook Marketplace, Goodwill, Office Max, and stuff like that. So yeah, quick little, actually, let me just show you guys real quick. So this is the office cubicle set. It fit perfectly in this corner because, we already have the established office kind of roof, blinds, door, a perfect little corner for, water cooler, wash, all that stuff. So found a warehouse that sold these old kind of cubicle corners and just built this little set, and it looks really good on camera. We lit it in a more moody way, but you can light it in a more high key way as well. But yeah, I'll probably be throwing up some example shots from that shoot right here. But yeah, new office set, one of the many sets we have here. But again, that's when it comes to having your own film studio, again, even if you're not making a lot of money, as long as you have a place to create that's not costing you money and other people are paying for the space for you, and you have a space to, today I'm popping in, doing this quick one take video for this guy, quick $500 in my pocket. It's gonna take me 2 hours tops. When a music video comes up and I don't have a lot of budget to, locally go rent another studio or find an office, to be able to just cool, for a couple $100, close to $1,000, build out this whole new set. And now not only did I have the set for the music video, which made the music video better, and I was able to do it within my own studio, but now this is an official listing on Peerspace and has already been booked multiple times. And now we have an extra set at my studio that the artist who paid me for the video essentially paid for, and I didn't have to pay for. You see what I'm saying? So when you have your own film studio, there's so many different ways you can, vertically integrate everything that you're doing as a creative, whether you're a filmmaker or photographer. And so that's just something to think about. But let's get back to the update. So last time I spoke with you guys and gave you guys kind of an update of what was going on with the studio, I said the studio was failing. And in summation, it was to my standards failing, correct? You know what I mean? Because it's I have a bunch of successful film studios in LA, and so to come into this one and it not be profitable right away was something that I never really experienced. And so to me, that was failing. But I knew that it was just gonna take a little focus and work to turn it around, and that's what we did. And so to give you guys a little kind of look into the financials of things, of kind of what it takes to operate and run a studio and something of this kind of magnitude and this size. At first we were probably losing anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 a month. Our expenses just on rent alone for this building are $6,300. Then you got to take into account the security system, internet, water, electricity, all those bills, right? And then on top of the basically employee cost or site rep cost, when there is a shoot, I pay a site rep to be on site to make sure the crews have someone they can ask questions, make sure they're following the rules, they're not damaging anything. And so when you take into rent, all of the extra bills and utilities to employees, I think on average, I would say it fluctuates a little bit, obviously depending on the month, but I would say on average, our expenses for this place are $11,000 to $12,000 a month in overhead costs from all of those things combined. And before, we were pulling in around anywhere from, $8,000 to $10,000 a month. So just under breaking even, not making money, having to put money back into the business every month. And now in January, after I've made all the big changes that I made and put focus into this place on getting business through the door, because I was a little distracted before, we just hit in January a 20K month. So in January, we made $20,000, had a bunch of big shoots come through. Things have really started to pick up in the Peerspace side of things, but also word of mouth. And so, essentially, let's just put it on the high end of saying our expenses were $12,000 in January and we made 20, that's an $8,000 profit. And I was able to use the space for all of my own productions and different things. I can use it for YouTube videos. I can use it for music videos. I'm doing a photo shoot for some new merch we have coming out for, Chop of Color later today. So I have a space that I can use for all my own stuff, but I also can make money doing it. And that's what's really cool about like owning your own film and photo property. Is just the vertical integration of everything you want to do as a creative, but then also like helping other creatives, but also like making money while doing it potentially. And even if your goal isn't to make money, even if it's just to break even every month so that you have a space to create in where you don't have to go find or pay another studio to go shoot at, it makes your life easier. And that's really the cost opportunity, cost benefit is when your life is easier as a creative, it just makes everything easier to create, to work, to flow throughout your daily life. And so, that's just a little insight into the update of the studio. Everything's going well so far. And I don't really know what else to say other than if you've shot here, thank you guys for shooting here. And it's been fun. We're still only 5-6 months into this. Got some more plans and sets. I don't know if I showed you guys the finished sets in the kitchen and diner. Let's go check those out. Diner set. So behind me is the diner set, the vintage diner set, and it's actually really cool. I mean, obviously the house lights are on right now, but the jukebox works, the neon sign works. You attach a lot of the aperture small MCs into the lights, it's practicals, and it looks really good when it's well lit. I'll actually probably throw a clip up here. This local Arizona music video director just shot a video at one take and he absolutely crushed it, but he shot a really cool scene in here, so I'll probably throw that up on screen. And this is a really fun set. I want to add even more to it. I want to add some more neon, some more seating along that wall over there. But this one's a great set, super proud of it. Definitely was the most expensive set in here by far, to give a little context, this booth alone, that little section was like $750, $800, and you're not even talking the tables and chairs and other stuff. So very expensive room, but I wanted to create like a fun little set that's like hard to come by, and it's hard to come by vintage diners and you can't just like walk into them and shoot them. So did my best to, within the small space, create kind of that opportunity for local shooters. And then on the inverse side, I've got the vintage kitchen set. Again, I don't know, I can't remember if I updated you guys and showed you guys this or if I was in the process of building it on the last video, but these sets are officially done now. And their listings are up on Peerspace, they're available to shoot here. So super proud of these. Again, just kind of within this space, wanted to create as many shooting opportunities as possible. So split the room in half. Half of it's the diner. I could have essentially made this entire room a diner and it would have been really cool and a bigger set to shoot. But with a lot of the vintage sets, like the vintage living room, bathroom, hotel, wanted to create that vintage kitchen scene. I know kitchen scenes are popular in a lot of videos, and I wanted you to be able to like tell that whole story when you came in here. And if there was no kitchen, it just would be hard to tell that full story. So kind of just decided to split the room in half so you can get a cool look this way, cool look this way. And this set's been starting to get used a lot, and again, looks really cool on camera. And so these are the newly finished updated sets. So I think one of the last things I want to touch on is inevitably in business, there's going to be ups and downs, and there's going to be moments where it feels like it's the end, or like, do I even want to do this anymore? Or what do we do? Like, how can we make and there's always a silver lining within every situation, but there's always a way to pivot, progress, and move forward and win. Don't ever give up. You can only lose if you give up. You can't win ever if you give up. So just persevere. And same thing with this business. Like, obviously just had to put some effort, focus, and attention to it, do a couple things to drive some new business. And now everything's good, right? So just kind of a word of advice for you guys. Don't ever give up. There's always a way to make something better or win and adjust. Hopefully you found this video helpful in some way, or just like to kind of follow along on the journey. If you have any interest at all of opening your own film and photo studio, I literally just dropped an hour-long film session over at our new Onset Pass membership via Tropicolor. So if you go to Tropicolor, you can sign up for Onset Pass. It's only $4.99 a month, cancel anytime you want, but there's all types of filmmaking business education over there, from different shows, obviously the short film contest, like the short film contest I'm throwing right now with big prizes, the film sessions on how to open and run your own film studio, to cinematography breakdowns, shows, lots of really cool stuff over there. Again, just to give context, like I own and operate 5 film studios. Most of them are in LA. Over the last 1, 2, 3 years, generated millions of dollars in revenue. Again, I don't want you guys to confuse revenue with profit. Revenue just means the gross income. So we've generated millions of dollars in revenue. That does not mean I have taken home $1 million. But the businesses are very successful and booming, and I obviously know what I'm doing when it comes to opening and running a film studio. So if you have any interest in that at all, that film session is over on Tropicolor via our Onset Pass membership. Appreciate you guys for watching. If you have any questions too, feel free to ask the questions in the comments below. I want to help you guys out and answer any that I can. And if you guys want more like kind of update daily life videos, vlogs, me talking style videos like this, let me know. We'd love to hear you guys' input. This channel is for me to, again, give back and inform you guys and give insights into my businesses, my filmmaking practices, my life, in terms of all of that stuff. So yeah, hopefully if you're new here, you'll subscribe and stick around, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.